Hello everyone, this is Deepika Patel and welcome to the school quiz class. Okay, so let's start our today's class and today we will be discuss the ecosystem topic. Okay, so in our previous video we have seen the interaction. So what is interaction? Interaction means the biotic and abiotic component interacting with each other. Okay, so what is the ecosystem? So the ecosystem definition will be just a second. Okay, all organisms such as plants, animals, microorganisms, and human beings, as well as the physical surroundings, interact with each other and maintain a balance in nature is called the ecosystem. Okay, so basically in the ecosystem the interaction will be happened, okay, in between the organisms, between the living beings and the non-living beings. Okay, so if you have a question in the examination like multiple choice question, all the things which are surrounded us and interact with each other is called the, like, let me write here, all the things which are surrounded us and interact with each other, they are called, sorry, they are come under the number 1 environment, number 2 ecology, number 3 ecosystem. So what will be the right answer and what you mark? You should mark ecosystem. Why? Because the interacts word here. In the ecosystem, the basic difference between these three terms is the environment. In the environment, all the factors, biotic and abiotic component comes. Okay. But in the ecosystem, these biotic and abiotic components interact with each other. Okay. Without interaction, what would happen? Okay. So they interact with each other. So it is called the ecosystem. And in the ecology, interact with each other. Okay. And in the ecology is the study of relation between living organisms with each other and with their environment. Okay. So in the ecology, basically it is a study in which the living organism is in which the relationship is defined between the living organisms with each other, means they, the relation between themselves and the relation with their environment. Okay, so this is the ecology, and environment is all the things which are surrounded us, and ecosystem means the interaction. Okay, the interaction between the biotic and abiotic components, or living things or non-living things. Okay, so I hope this difference is clear for you. Let me take another example so you can clearly understand. Suppose this is a class or a school. Suppose this is a school. So in a school you have your playground. Okay, playground. You have your classes. You have your mess where you can lunch. Okay, and many other things. You have your library. You have your laboratory. Okay, so many other things. Okay, so you can see here, like this school, this whole school, this whole school is the example of environment. Okay, Envi- environment. And these are the, no, basically these are the abiotic things. Okay, and you, abiotic things, and you, your friends, your teachers, what are they? They are the living things, means they are the biotic things. Okay, friends, teachers, they are the biotic things, living things. Biotic things. Okay, so this whole school, this is your school, and this whole school will be your environment. Okay, will be your environment. And when you, your friends, your teachers are interacting with their playgrounds, classes, mess, laboratory, library, and all the other things, basically the interaction happen between you and your classes or the library or the playground is called the ecosystem. Okay, and the study of your school and you and your teachers is called the ecology. Okay, so I hope you can understand this topic very clearly. Okay, so let's take another slide and let's see. So basically, what is ecosystem? All organisms such as plants, animals, microorganisms, and human beings, as well as the physical surroundings, interact with each other and maintain a balance in nature is called the ecosystem. Okay, so if you have a definition comes in your exam, so you can write this. Next, let's discuss the classification of ecosystem. So you can see a, let me take an example. You can see a, like, pond. Okay, or forest. So these are the natural ecosystem. They are made by the nature. But when you see a ecosystem like garden, in the garden it is also a ecosystem. Why? Because in the garden there are also biotic and abiotic things, and they are interacting with each other. Okay, so in the garden also a ecosystem exists. Ecosystem can be small as a tree. Like in a tree you can see there is a monkey, there is a bird. Okay, and in a tree, like sunlight comes, sunlight sunlight is absorbed by the tree. Okay, soil is using by the tree, plants, this tree absorbed water. Okay, so here you can see a ecosystem exist. Okay, so ecosystem can be small as a tree or as a drop of water. In a drop of water you can see very tiny micro organisms. Okay, or microparticles you can see. So what is this? This is the ecosystem of a drop of water. Okay, so basically the ecosystem can be small as a drop of water or a tree, and can be big as a forest. Okay, and forests do not made by a human being. Okay, so these are the natural ecosystem. And when you see a garden, so garden is made by us human beings, so this is a artificial ecosystem. You can take an example of one more example of artificial ecosystem is you can see a aquarium where we take fish and we arrange some tiny little plants in the aquarium for fishes. Okay, we gave them food. Okay, so these are the artificial ecosystem. Okay, which is made by the human being. Okay, so these are the types of ecosystem. And let's take a look of the classification of ecosystem. Okay, so in the natural ecosystem there are two types, terrestrial and aquatic, means land and water. In the land and in the water. And in the land also there are types like forests, grasslands and deserts. Okay, so and in the aquatic there are freshwater, saline water and marine water. Okay, marine water. So marine water means sea water, and fresh water means like you can take an example of the pond water or lake. Okay, so these are the example. In this picture you can see this is the what, this is the forest ecosystem. This is the forest ecosystem. Okay, here you can see the animals like deer and many small animals also here. So this is a forest ecosystem and this is a grassland ecosystem. Okay, this is a grassland ecosystem. And this is a desert ecosystem. Desert ecosystem. Okay, and this is a tundra ecosystem. What is tundra ecosystem? Means the cold and cold region. Okay, cold region. Tundra ecosystem. Okay, and in the next slide we have the aquatic ecosystem like this. So this is a freshwater ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystem, and this is a marine water ecosystem. एक second. Okay, so this is a marine water ecosystem, and this is also called a saline water ecosystem. So okay, so what is the difference between freshwater and marine water or saline water ecosystem? Freshwater ecosystem means the salt level of this water is very low. Okay, salt level is very low. Okay, and in the ocean you already know that this this the water of the ocean is salty. Okay, so this is called the saline water ecosystem or the marine water ecosystem. Okay, because the level of the salt here in this water is very high. Okay, okay, so this is all the ecosystem part, and in the next class we will be discuss the food chain, food web and many other topics which we had left. Okay, so that's how we will complete our chapter 15 after discussing all the topics. And let's take a some questions so you can prepare for it, your examination. Okay, so let me take a slide. Okay, so let's take some questions like question number 1, grass is a, okay, number 1 producer, number 2 consumer, Number 3, decomposer. Okay. And number 4, you have parasites. Okay. And next question is biotic component is a number 1, living things. Number 2, plants. Number 3, lithosphere. Number 4, 1 and 2. Next question we have the interaction between, sorry for the spelling mistake, living things with their environment. It's called. Okay. So you have the option ecology. Number 2, biosphere. Okay. Number 3, environment. Number 4, ecosystem. Okay. So you have 3 questions and let's solve it. So grass is a producer. Okay. I hope you are correct also. And biotic component is a, so it is a living thing and it is a plants also. Okay. So basically plant is under the living things and living things is a biotic component. Okay. So the answer will be 4. The interaction between living things with their environment is called. So I think you are right. It is a ecosystem. Why? Because I am telling you again and again, when the interaction word comes, you should mark the ecosystem. Okay. And what is ecology? Ecology is a study study of the relationship between the living organisms with each other and with their environment. Okay. And environment is like all the things, biotic and abiotic components is the environment, comes under the environment, and biosphere is supports a life. Okay. So this is all for today, and in the next class we will discuss the food chain, food wave, and the other things, other topics. Okay. So let's end this class, and thank you for joining the class. Thank you again. Keep watching and keep learning.